G'day everyone, how are we all? And welcome to another insanely awesome video. Yes, I am exaggerating, we all know that. Awesome it isn't, it's absolutely incredible instead. How about that? Exaggerating again, my god, full of it, aren't I? Why did I do that? I don't know, but anyway, let's get stuck into it, eh? Well, the reason for this video is several weeks ago, mind the noise in the background because I've got cars that are farting as they drive past. Not a great sound. Who gave him that exhaust? It's a shit exhaust, let's just tell him that anyway. Okay, now back to it. Several weeks ago, you would have seen me post a video of some stuff that I pulled out of the bin. Now all that stuff I pulled out of the bin happened to be some lights. A whole heap of them, rightio? Lots of them. How many I don't know, but I can't take you back to it. I don't know how to do that sort of stuff, but I will show you just what I have left. So that there is all that remains. Now you remember, there was a big pile of them over there, and this is all that's left because all the rest I have done. But, and over there, the trusty scales. They are fantastic bloody things, I can tell you. They really have come in very handy. If you haven't got some, I'd recommend getting some. They're not too expensive, maybe 80 bucks or whatever it was, Australian dollars, so less in the US and the UK. But back to it. So, I've just said it, I've done all these already, okay? And I thought, well, I'm going to save these two to scrap with you guys. There's not a lot to it. In fact, doing these things is pretty straightforward and not a lot of work at all. But I thought, hey, what the hell, we can strip these together and then we can do a bit of a weigh up and a bit of a valuation of what these are worth for pulling out of the bin. What do you say? Great idea, Dan. I couldn't agree more. So let's get set up and we can get stripping. Okay, I'm all set up, rightio, set up, ready to go. I've dragged over me scrapper's bucket and some other tools, and we're going to show you what we're going to use. So this is me scrapper's bucket, rightio. In here are the tools that I use the most. And for starters, for this particular job, I'm going to use these. A friend of mine on the table. A flathead, a skinny one, a friend of mine also on the table. Side cutters, very good friend of mine. And maybe one of these I might have in an up and coming video at some point as a prize to win. Okay, nothing fancy, but hey, free stuff is good stuff. So yes, these on the table. Anything else I've missed? I don't think I have. Now, what we have is these two cordless drills. One, the star-shaped head in it, or other, I think it's called a Phillips head in other words. And this one here, a size 10 for the hex head, which is on the side of that light here. This one here has the nut out here, and this is what I'll be using this for, to grab it, turn it, and then I can just spin it with my fingers. All pretty straightforward. So remember guys, maybe you could have your own scrapper's bucket with all the tools that you use the most often. Not a bad idea. Maybe you've already got it if you already have. I don't know. Let's chuck this crap up here so you can watch me pull this stuff apart. Now, there's not a lot to these, and I wish the wind would bugger off, but it's not. So you're going to hear a bit of blowing in the microphone. Can't help it, it's the way it is. So the flathead screwdriver, what is it for? I'm going to use it just to pry this thing off here. Very simple, not too hard. And one thing I've forgotten is my screw bucket. What an idiot. Maybe I should go and grab it. Hold the tape. Okay, I have my screw bucket. Fantastic. Let's continue on, shall we? Now, hex head, hold the side. Sorry if you can't see it, but you know what I'm doing. Here we go. Nuts out. I'll do the other side. Put that down. Handle. It's steel bucket. That there comes out. This bit of glass here, just kind of pull that out, put it to the side. If you're creative, maybe you can reuse it for something, but I'm not that creative and it just goes in my recycle bin. Cast alley over there. Now, Phillips head thing. Let's unscrew some screws. Screw bucket. Let's just, before we move on, let's do this. Trust me, you're not missing a great deal of action. It's all pretty straightforward here. We're just going to pull this out here. We're going to cut these little wires on both sides, pull this cord out, and this here, if you want to, you can pull the brass out of here, but I personally just throw this little thing in the plugs bucket. I don't want to muck around with it. It's good enough as a plug. Rubbish there. Plug bucket. It's over there somewhere. I can put it here then. Cord out. Over there. Close it back up. Gonna undo these screws here. Screws in my hand. Wonderful. Plastic over here. Here we have it. The light. Okay. Just going to pull the light to the side if I can and pull that light out. There's a screw in there. I'll unscrew that. Then we can pull this bit of foil out. Careful with this stuff, it can be very sharp. It's like opening a fresh Milo tin. You got that alfoil on the top, stick your fork or your knife around the side, and that stuff is really sharp. So is this. Now, screws. That side, that side. Gonna undo it, cut the wires, and then we have a nice piece of cast aluminium. This one is basically the same how you do it. Another thing, when you're undoing screws, I don't recommend holding your screwdriver flat to the board's trigger right in. Okay, sometimes you might rip the thread or the outside, the head part of the screw to shreds, and then you can't get it out. So if you just give it a bit of a trigger, maybe just to help loosen it, and then it should come out. It doesn't work all the time, but on most occasions it does. Right there. Cut, cut, cut. Nothing fancy about this. It's steel. I think these are a stainless steel in here. They're not brass. I've checked it. I don't care. In the steel bucket it goes. And also, there's just a little bit of rubber here to remove. Bingo. That there, clean bit of cast aluminium. chuck that over there in the bucket, and we'll continue on with this one. So, trusty vice grips. As I pointed out earlier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo these nuts, do it by hand, and after that, and then we can take this steel handle, throw it in the steel bucket. That one there. There we go. So then, another thing that's done, take that out. Those little bits of that there. Oh, you idiot! Threw it in the wrong bucket. But I'll take that out in just a moment. Screw here. Excuse me. Screw here. We'll just undo that. There, just opens up, falls off, and the glass, well, that should just slide out like that. Unreal, cast goes in there. Again with the light, as I showed you, just pull it to the side, it should come out. And again, like with the other one, a screw in here, unscrew, it's all the same as before. Cut the wires, presto, plug again for me. We've got here, this one here is attached. It's attached here by another screw. A bit hard to see, but there, I'll just cut that, should be good. Have it, plug comes out. There. Now, what we're going to do is, yeah, trusties again. Oh, actually no, flathead, because that's what this one screw is here, and we'll twist her out. Let's get twisted. Sweet. Another one here, Phillips head thing. Great, out she comes. As with the other one, there's a bit of rubber here, just pull that out. Sometimes it's a little bit sticky, you just got to scrape it off, but overall pretty easy. And undo this screw in here. Once I can get there. They don't always play ball, sometimes I just twist the head straight off. Which doesn't matter because it will still be a clean cast alley because it's not attached to it. How about that? Back out, over there, be there. Out she pops. Just cut that cord. There, steel bucket. There we have it. Another piece of clean cast aluminium. That was fully unreal. I hope you got that. Let's do a bit of a weigh up and check its value. Okay, so the first thing we're going to weigh is all this cast aluminium. I'm going to write down the weight, and then I'm going to do a valuation of what the current price is for me. Everyone's going to be different, but just for me, just so I have my own little knowing. Okay. Oh, did I miss something there? No, I didn't, but sometimes there's a little bit of rubber in here, but there appears to be no rubber. It's fallen out, but Just keep in mind sometimes there's some rubber floating in here that's got to be pulled out. So, turn on the trusty scales. I told you these things are unreal. Grab me empty bucket. Probably should have stuck it on first. There she goes. So the bucket weighs 2.9 kilos. Anyway, let's just... There we have it. Wonderful. Now, wait, what are you doing, you turd? There. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to tip this bucket in there. Let's get positioned. Crash, boom, bang. So that right there, let's just grab this and you can have a look at it. I think the wind's kind of playing havoc just a little bit, but we're looking at around about 8.9, 895. Okay, yeah, she's a little bit wind sensitive. That doesn't matter. So 8.95 when the wind stops. Not too bad. I'll jot that down. Next up, we're going to do these wires. Two kilos, we'll call it. 2 kilos. Sensational. Not too bad. Next up, that aluminium. I'm just going to call it domestic. Gee, that's a big load, isn't it? 750 grams of what I'm calling domestic aluminium. Ace. So we're back sitting down, and I've been sitting down for hours working out these calculations, so I hope you appreciate the time that I put into this. Scratching my brain, trying to work it all out. You know how it is, and fix up my hair, make sure I'm looking good. Oh yeah, very nice. Right, so this is what we've come down with. Not an awesome result, but still, remember they were from out of the bin. So it would have been like chucking this money in the bin and forgetting about it. And the real question is, would you just chuck that money in the bin? The answer is most likely going to be no. But let's pick this up and you can have a look at what my hard work has found. Right, let's get that into position. Look, you don't want to see that calculator. It's nothing, doesn't do anything. Hard work, look at that. This is what we've come up with. Cast alley, currently $1.70 a kilo. That will change tomorrow, I'm sure. That was 8.9 kilos. So in cast alley, there was $15.13. Although here in Australia, we don't have 13s. It goes up by 5. So we'd round that up to 15, but it doesn't matter. Cable, 2 kilos of cable, $6.90. What I call the aluminium sheeting stuff there, you know, I just called it domestic alley. Okay, I don't want to give it too high a grade. So $1.75 a kilo at 750 grams. So $1.31, which brings us to $23.34 Australian. Though we would round that up again to a $23.35. So again, would you throw $23.35 in the bin? I highly doubt it. If you saw it in the bin, would you go fishing for it? I'm pretty sure 100% of you would say yes. As I said, it's not a huge amount, but still, it it's free, okay? It can buy you a 6-pack. It could go into your wallet for whatever you want to use it for. You could even buy a little bit more scrap with it if you want, or you can give it to the kids, or put it in your piggy bank. I don't know what you've got, but that's what you can do with it. Not bad, not bad. So we're back to me again. Ooh, you know what that means? We're coming to the end of the video. And I've got to adjust this. What an idiot. Why didn't I pause it and redo it? Ruined the video already. Maybe it was ruined long ago. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you did. No thumbs down if you didn't. I don't want to see them anyway. But you're free to do whatever you like, okay? So I'm peacing out. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you can. And if you already have, that is fantastic. And thanks very much. That is awesome. So catch you all in another video. Try to last the full 21 minutes if you can. And if you can't, just a bit of a skip through there to get to the good parts. Although it's all good, so you don't want to miss any of it. So ciao for now, everyone. Catch you in the next video. See ya.